Live special interview with Simon Calden. Heathrow Airport.
Yes, the airport
Major instruction.
says it's fully operational, which means
Important interview.
that
UK
if you're
25.
an airline and you happen to have your plane, your pilots, and your passengers in the right place, then you can operate some flights. They've even said, look, we've managed to create an extra 50 slots for helping the airlines recover.
Today's
However, I have not yet seen any extra flights.
March.
What I have seen is almost 100 cancellations.
Well, you can
Saturday morning,
see, I mean, we're looking at the
25.
live shots now, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no
it
expert,
is
you are, Simon. It looks quite
7:34
quiet. We're seeing
a.m. in the
one,
morning, just an hour.
airplane taxiing gently along the runway there, but I suspect it might look a bit busier on a normal day.
Yeah, look, it will be. The reason it's looking relatively quiet is because so much has been cancelled inbound to the UK. British Airways has, for instance, had 20 inbound long-haul cancellations, including 4 from New York. We've also seen cancellations on airlines such as Japan Airlines from Tokyo, also WestJet from Calgary in Canada.
Blimey.
And in total, I'm seeing almost 80 cancellations on British Airways. They've cancelled 20 outbound short-haul flights today and corresponding 20 inbounds, as well as outbound flights to New York, Boston, Washington, Chicago, Riyadh, and Dubai.
Wow.
And that's on top of a number of other cancellations, one of the Turkish Airlines flights to Istanbul. So call it 100 flights all told, and that's roughly going to affect another 20,000 people. So we're well over 250,000 now who've been caught up in this.
So 5 minutes, 8 a.m. in the morning.
A
Yeah?
lot of passengers get confused here
So-
here is that you don't really have any priority if you were on a flight yesterday or one that's cancelled today. What the airlines want to do is just get the flights that are scheduled out now, and you know, if you were cancelled, you're sort of back of the queue, aren't you?
Oh, exactly right then. So, yeah, you might think, well, I had a British Airways flight cancelled yesterday. Right, I'm at the front of the queue. No, you're not. You're at the back of the queue.
Yeah.
Everybody who is on the flights that are leaving today, and you're going to see over 1,200 flights, I should imagine, in and out. Everyone on those flights who's already booked gets priority. They get to fly. And then
Unfortunately.
200 something thousand passengers from yesterday are sort of scrabbling around to find some empty seats. I very much hope that every single plane in and out of Heathrow it has every seat taken, and that's actually going to put pressure. Because it's normally the kind of load factor. You've got 15-20% seats empty.
Just briefly on, there won't be compensation, but there will be reasonable costs reimbursed to travellers.
Blimey.
The airlines are furious about this because they're saying it's not our fault.
No, and I calculate conservatively that the lost revenue alone is going to total £100 million. Wow. Much of that with British Airways. Virgin Atlantic has taken a hit of maybe 10-15 million pounds. And yes, they need to pick up all the hotel bills, all the costs of additional flights. I was talking to one guy, he's off to Frankfurt by train today because they couldn't get him on a flight.
Wow.
That's cost about £300 one way. And
Blimey.
so BA will be paying that. They are furious, and as you heard from Ruth Cadbury, chair of the Transport Select Committee, it is absolutely the airlines who are responsible for meeting your costs, but quite no compensation because this is manifestly not their fault.
That's ridiculous.
Simon, good to talk to you, thank you. I know you're going to be back with us a little later as well, aren't you, to answer some questions as well, specifically around maybe if you had your flight cancelled, the impact on you. Simon can talk you through what you're right.
There you go, Simon Calden. The fun's at the right side screen. Squash shoot, my shoot, on signage.
Thank you, Simon.